All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out here just like you and just like me. So, the Doobie Brothers have a new album coming out, and holy crap, Batman, they dropped a couple of tunes, and the tunes are amazing. They are amazing. Walk This Road featuring Mavis Staples, unbelievable, just unbelievable. Has a little bit of a Little Feat vibe to it at times. They bring in the horn section, and then this other tune, "Call Me," which again sounds amazing, sounds like vintage Doobie Brothers. What I really liked about "Walk This Road" is you had both Michael McDonald and Tom Johnston singing on the track, along with Mavis Staples. The album, which comes out on June the 6th, is called Walk This Road. So this is the title track from the album. The album was produced by John Shanks, who also produced the band's 2021 album called Liberté. Two songs from the new album are out, and I would recommend you go listen to them. This is classic rock. I'm not sure if this will get any radio airplay. I'm assuming, I get these messages from people, well, they are playing it on Sirius XM, whatever channel. So if you're on a certain Sirius XM channel, you might hear it. Now, I don't know, folks. I can never warm up to the idea that we're all supposed to just run to Spotify to make playlists and do all these things, but I understand that's the way things get done today. If you're going to hear this kind of music, you have a few people out here, including yours truly. I've toyed with the idea of not talking about the new stuff that comes out. Of course, this is a classic rock band, and they've been around for ages, and they were one of my favorite bands growing up, and they still remain as one of the best bands ever, according to me. And I'm very enthusiastic. You've got Tom Johnston and Michael McDonald singing on a track together. That's kind of cool. In fact, Tom says it. He says, "We all sang on Walk This Road." That's a different kind of thing for us to do. I think it's good to try things that you haven't done before. That's the way it should be. Now, McDonald hasn't been a part of the band on an album in recent years, although he did contribute to Southbound, which came out in 2014, which featured reimagined versions of Doobie Brothers songs. But the last release of new material featuring McDonald was 1980's One Step Closer, an album that I rushed to the store to get when it came out. And I believe the song Real Love, which never gets played on the radio, was a top 10 song. And the title track, One Step Closer, is one of the great all-time Doobie Brothers songs. But then, of course, you got to go back into the Tom Johnston years because that's really the core of what the Doobies are all about. But to have McDonald and Johnston together on this song. And by the way, they both kind of sound like their former selves. Yeah. How much deeper can Michael McDonald's voice get at his age? It's a little deeper, and people are going to make fun of him. They're going to do memes, and I don't really care. All right. And Tom sounds great for his age. But they not only do they sound great for their age, but they sound reasonable. In other words, yeah, that sounds like Tom Johnston. Yeah, obviously nobody else sounds like Michael McDonald. And anyway, so if you're looking into this and you want to be one of the first people to own this album, when it comes out, it doesn't come out until June the 6th. So you've got plenty of time to prepare. And in the meantime, you've got two singles out there, Walk This Road and Call Me, which is a really good song. Both of them. I mean, they're both really good songs. And it's a shame that, radio probably will just ignore this stuff. And it's a combination of things. People tell me all the time, dude, you're just living in the past. Nobody cares about radio. I haven't listened to the radio since 1995. I don't know why you even care about it. I care about it because I thought things would run in a cycle, right? The Doobies had an album called Cycles, by the way, just to throw that in there, which is a great album, by the way. That was kind of like their 80s comeback album. But my philosophy on this is, if you created radio stations, terrestrial radio stations, where you get in your car, you don't have to pay for anything, you don't have to have a subscription, you don't lose the radio station if you drive into a tunnel or go under a bridge or pull the car in a garage. You ever pull the car in the garage and you're listening to a song and then it just cuts out because obviously you've lost contact with the satellite? And maybe you want to sit there for another minute and listen to it, but no, you can't. You can't do that. See, terrestrial radio has this reach that can't be replicated by satellite or internet or anything else. It just is still an important medium, and people should try to revive it for the sake of the music industry. But I don't know. I'm a lone voice. I mean, it's more complicated than just getting some radio stations to not do what the corporations tell them to do. That would be a start, though. A network of independent radio stations where you had a music director and a program director, and you had on-air staff. It's too expensive now, right? Well, you charge money for advertising like you did in the old days. I mean, they still do it now, but they make more money because they're not paying anybody at the radio station. They're basically paying somebody to make sure the feed from the corporate office doesn't cut out, and to drop liners that are local sounding so people know it's a local radio station. Other than that, and the weather forecast, whatever. I mean, you do this in the morning for like 20 minutes, and it's probably so computerized and even AI driven now that you don't have to do much of anything. So all that to say, go listen to the new Doobie Brothers song. 2 of them. Call Me is excellent. And the song featuring Mavis Staples, the title track from the forthcoming album called Walk This Road, definitely worth listening to. And, not a lot of stuff that I get in my inbox for new material really gets me all that excited about the new stuff that's coming. But this Doobies, this is going to be good. So, buckle up for that. God bless everyone, and I will see you soon.